When it comes to public speaking, people often think about inclusivity in the language they use. And for good reason. It's incredibly important that everyone in your audience feels respected, valued, and recognized. But there's a lot more to consider beyond what's being said. You also need to factor in how things are said. The nonverbal ways you deliver a message and the technical accessibility of your presentation are both important. When building a virtual presentation, it's essential to consider how people are going to access it in order to make it as inclusive as possible. Choosing a free online platform that doesn't require a software download will ensure that you're eliminating price and digital access barriers. Additionally, you'll want to make sure that your presentation starts and ends when scheduled, so that people who are juggling other priorities like multiple jobs, commuting, and childcare will be easily able to manage their own time. Make sure that the information you're delivering can be clearly heard, is supplemented with relevant text, and that you have access to an interpreter if necessary. These are valuable considerations if you expect any attendees to be hearing impaired, visually impaired, or if English is their second language. For this reason, screen shares and other media offered should not only be displayed but also discussed in your presentation. You don't want to assume people can understand what's on your screen. Once these items are reasonably accommodated, you can focus on making sure that your language is both inviting and respectful. You should introduce yourself and announce how you wish to be addressed, since this can vary between cultures. Counter any language barriers or other potential communication challenges by providing a preview of what you will cover and why it's important. Don't assume people know what they should be taking away from your presentation, and don't wait until the end to offer that basic information. You should also explain all acronyms and infographics. Introduce any guest speakers and refer to others using their full name and title. Again, make no assumptions about what people already know. When stating an opinion, make it clear that it is your opinion by using first-person language. Most importantly, address people respectfully and don't generalize or gossip about others, whether they're present or not. Keep your presentation apolitical, unless, of course, you work in politics. If there's time, you can invite attendees to introduce themselves and their preferred pronouns with an icebreaker. Also, be mindful of people who cannot participate. Perhaps they're multitasking, or there are loud background noises, and let them leave if they need to. If you're expecting audio or visual participation, that should be clear in the invitation. And be sure to facilitate those interactions so everyone has a chance to share. We've discussed audience analysis, the different features of virtual presentation platforms, and how to choose media that meets the optimal level of participation. We also discussed how to be inclusive when designing and delivering your presentation. Use this information to prepare dynamic and impactful presentations.